bowl. And when I catch her, she'll be a little fishy. Gong 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 gong. Gong 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 gong. Gong 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 gong. She's a little fishy swimming around this fishbowl. Alright, so what am I doing? Good question. What am I doing? What am I ever doing? Okay. Oh, I don't have water today. Oh, I do have water over there. I have to get it. I do have to get the water. Alright, setting up real quick. Give me a second. Alrighty. There we go. Alright. So, I did a bunch of... Well, I didn't do a bunch, to be honest. After yesterday, I was kind of tired. But I did take some time to, like, try and figure out how we're going to do actual clouds. I didn't really get anywhere, though. But yeah. I think the consensus is based on what I observed would be that we're gonna move the ray march from the vertex shader into the fragment shader, because if we don't do that, then it's apparently going to be bad. I don't know. I was at the end of my rope, and so I went to ChatGPT. I was like, I'm doing Worley texture ray marching, and then it was just like, gave me a bunch of bullshit, and then I proposed to it, should I move it to the fragment shader? And it was like, yes. And then I was like, okay, well, that's what I'm going to do tomorrow, I guess. So it gave me a bunch of poor shit, to be honest, that didn't make any sense, so... But the one thing that I guess makes sense is to move it into the fragment shader. However, it's going to be extremely expensive to do so. Hey, what's up, Ahmed? I'm doing all right. Just watched the game between NIP and BLG, and NIP won 2-0, which was pretty crazy to see. I was pretty excited about it. I think that bot lane is really fucking good. Awesome. It has an awesome name. I'm just kidding. The name is so cringy, but he's really good. And his support is really good too. Actually, his support is so cracked. In that last game, I mean, they popped off so hard. He's such an aggressive player. Awesome. And I really like aggressive ADCs. Like Ruler and stuff. But yeah, it was really cool to see him. Anyway, I also saw a shark movie last night called The Shallows. It's actually not half bad. But it is kind of the trope. You know what the trope of these survival movies is like? There's usually a woman, but yeah, the woman who is like grieving over some loss, and then with her friend they like go on like this self-healing trip to do some crazy extreme thing, like climbing a mountain or going into a giant cave, or going surfing on some crazy beaches or whatever, that sort of thing. It's like there's got to be like 20 goddamn movies of that exact trope. But anyway, this movie is exactly that. Like, her mom dies of cancer, and then she is like, I'm gonna go surf this crazy beach, And it's like you already know what's gonna happen. You know, she ended up stranded on this goddamn rock with these sharks. The movie is a true story. It is. I feel like, okay, well, then I guess that the trope reflects reality, because I've seen like 10 other movies like that. Like I was talking about it with my parents last night, and I was like, The Descent, The Fall, which is that movie where they're stuck on a goddamn tower, and there's got to be a ton of others. There has to be a ton of others. But literally, giant cave, climbing a giant fucking thing, going surfing in a crazy beach. Like, a secret beach where no one's gonna find you. Oh, great idea. Yeah, that sounds like exactly the type of self-care I need. Whatever. Anyway, she was a badass though. She was a badass. She's like a med student, and so she like gave herself sutures with her jewelry. That was crazy. Favorite movie is Castaway. It's beautiful. I haven't seen Castaway since I was a kid. Probably because it's traumatic. That's the first movie where I cried really bad. Like, I watched it with my parents and I couldn't stop crying because of fucking Wilson. Bro, I was like mentally broken by him losing Wilson at the end. Like, actually. Like, I just like could not stop crying. Like, that's why I haven't watched the movie again, is because of that fucking scene. I'm like seriously traumatized from that, bro. Like, I don't know why, but I had like such an emotional attachment to that fucking soccer ball, bro. Anyway, I was just a sensitive ass kid. Like, I cried to a lot of movies, but yeah, that movie fucking got me, bro. Castaway. I remember seeing that on the tiny ass TV we had. Yeah. Good movie though. Good movie though. Hard to watch the scene with him in the teeth. That's fucking tough. That is fucking tough. Fucking hard to watch that scene. I remember not being able to see that scene. And that was like the for TV cut of that movie. Because we watched it on cable on like that our old ass like tiny ass TV. I remember that TV. Yeah, those old TVs were so nice. I liked them a lot though. I don't like new screens. New screens just make everything look fake. I love old TVs with the, you could see like the lines in it. Or I like those TVs a lot more. I don't even think that we had. I don't think it counts as a CRT what we had. It was like one of those box TVs where you could see the lines in it. I don't know what that's called, but yeah. Also expensive to buy. The old TVs, really. I mean, back in the day, ours was such a piece of shit, man. Oh, you're talking about new TVs. You're talking about new TVs, yeah. Yeah. If I was living alone, I wouldn't buy a new TV. I don't see the point. I don't think that they look good. I do not think that they look good. So apparently what I'm supposed to do is I'm just supposed to get V-pause here in world position and then do the ray march in the frag. And to get the direction in the frag as well and everything. But it's literally like we move our entire logic from within here inside of the frag. And that includes all of this. The getting that and stuff. I'm being plagued recently. I don't know what it is, but inside of our kitchen it smells like vomit or something, which is weird. And I thought like maybe it was like my nose or something, but This looks good. Thanks. Thank you. I remember you, or at least I remember your profile picture. Do you remember the profile picture? And when you were there, it was the Lenia project, and you were telling me that OpenGL was used more than DirectX back in the day. That's what we were talking about. That is what we were talking about, if I remember correctly. I've got a good memory with this shit. I don't know why. I remember like everything everybody has said in this goddamn chat. Or like most of it. How's that project? It's done. You can see it on GitHub. It's done. It's perfectly optimized. There's really no like way to keep going with that project really. Unless I cheated and put it on a compute shader. But yeah, the whole point was to make it CPU only. And so it kind of got to a point where that's it. You know, I can't do anything else there. Okay. So if we want to do this... Okay, so let's make an out vec3 v world pause. And let's do... So here's the thing. Our v world pause is not going to be the position on the sphere, I've decided. Our v world pause is going to be... How do we do this? We view can pause world, but we don't want you can pause world. You can pause world is going up and down as well. We don't want that. No, we want it at the planet radius. So scale it out by inner radius, and then march up to outer radius, I think. Okay. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, maybe we just need to send this, actually. Also, this is gonna have to be outer radius as well. Because we're marching to the position, actually. Not marching, well... Yeah. We either... Okay, so here's the thing. We could make a variable that's in between inner radius and outer radius. Inner radius, by the way, is the ground of the planet, and the outer radius is the atmosphere around it, right? And so clouds is somewhere in between that. How do the clouds work? So right now it's basically just a sphere that goes around the planet that's in between the atmosphere and the planet's surface. And we just project onto it and march through a noise volume. However, it looks flat and not realistic. And so what I'm trying to figure out right now is how to do that. And we're moving it into the fragment shader so that it can have, you know, higher fidelity. But I'm trying to figure out how do I want the coordinate to work. Yeah. How about this? Let's multiply it times u inner radius, but then take in u outer radius as what we are marching out towards. So we're going to start at the inner radius, which is the ground, and then walk outwards. And so we'll need a new thing here that is going to be outer radius. Okay, that's gonna be the thing. So basically all the vertex shader needs to do is give v world pause to the fragment shader, and the v world pause is going to be pause, which is the sphere coordinate out to the inner radius. And now I'm going to get rid of all of this. Basically, we're going to copy it into the frag shader. But yeah, everything else here just doesn't need to happen anymore because we're moving it into the frag. And then this is the same thing. We just want to draw the sphere at the pause, which is u inner radius, which is fine. If it looks flat, then make it thicker or something. What do you mean thicker? It's ray march through a 3D noise volume. That is thick. I'm not making a 3D, volume because it's incredibly expensive. I'm marching through 3D space and then projecting it into 2D. Wait, show you? I'm in the middle of it. Yeah, sure, I don't know how I left it. What kind of noise am I using? I'm using Whirly, but I have FBM and Perlin too for the terrain, but apparently Whirly noise is good for clouds, according to Aria's sources. According. Yeah, it takes forever to generate it. That's what we're waiting for right now. It has to regenerate the whirly texture with 4 different layers every time. Oh, you motherfucker. See, this is why I didn't want to do it. Oh. Yeah. Okay. I tried to implement Perlin noise for Minecraft, but it was too stupid for that. Oh, it's not that bad. If you need any, example code, I can give it to you. If you still want to work on it, because I have it implemented in multiple, frequencies, right? I would have to find it though. Oh yeah, it's at the top of main actually. Yeah, it is right here. This is the Perlin. Yeah, I didn't leave it in the best spot. That's kind of the problem. It can look a lot better than this when I have the frequency better figured out. Like, oh, this is the wrong shader. Like when I do times 0.1 here. Yeah. So as you can see, the issue becomes the kind of resolution of the thing, which is why we're moving into the frag shader. But yeah, there's a lot of things that I was trying here. But yeah, the quadrants also are really annoying. The quadrants happen because of this not working at lower frequency. So I don't really know how to do that. I do not know how to do that. Where is it? Oh, it's actually in init. That's where it is. Yeah, so when this is at a frequency lower than 1, then everything breaks. Is kind of the problem. So you have to have this at 1 and then like 5, 15, 30 or like something like that. Because or else you get the quadrants because it doesn't wrap properly. So yeah. You should save it to a file. Yeah, I could save it to a seed, I guess. I could save it to binary. That would not be bad. But then I would have to write it to binary and then read it. It's like kind of a pain in the ass, to be honest. But yeah, I could do this. Setup? You want to know what my setup is? I run this off of a Surface Book 2 with Intel UHD 620. That's my setup. And I have a HyperX Solocast. Probably this mic costs more than my goddamn computer. Yeah, this computer sucks. Like, really bad. Like, really, really bad. Like, really bad. Yeah. I could save it to binary. I don't really want to do that right now. It's kind of sounds like a pain in the ass. Could put it on a button, save it, and then load it on. It's kind of. I have it in one or. But then you have to verify the resolutions and stuff, and it becomes a whole mess. Like, if you load it in at a different resolution, then it could segfault and be all fucked up. So you haven't seen mine 4 gigs of RAM. I have 4 gigs of RAMs. I have 4 gigs of RAM. I run this on Intel UHD 620 integrated graphics. So I'm with you there. I have 4 gigs of RAM, yeah. The opposite. Working with binary files. All of this is low level. What do you mean? It's not hard for me to make a binary file. I just don't want to do it right now. Like, I can F-write the entire thing to a binary file, sure, if you want me to do that. It's a pain in the ass because now I have to verify the resolution of the textures against it. I have to verify every time we load it in, and then if it doesn't match, right, and then I have to write headers onto it that have the resolutions for all 3 of the. This is high level in comparison. Okay, dude. Okay, man. Like, whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. Like, yeah. I don't know how you could look at my projects and think that they're high level with, I don't know, whatever. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and argue, dude. But shaders are stressful. It's not shaders. This program isn't shaders. It has its own chunking system, its own memory system. Like, what are you talking about? Whatever. I can't, dude. I can't, bro. I can't today. Anyway, going back to what I was fucking doing. Okay, so we need actually nothing inside of this. Dude, it's still a shader? What the fuck are you talking about? I have 10,000 lines in this project that are low level. Yes, I have, like, a bunch of different compute shaders and shit. Like, but there's so much of it that is low level. Like, what are we talking about? Like, what are you talking about that I'm stuck with when it comes to low level shit? What are you talking about? Literally every single project I do is low level. Like, what are you, like, I don't know. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay, anyway. Alright, we're moving everything into the frag. Which means that we need camera position, and we need to find the. Actually, no. No, we need the cam pause world. The cam pause world is actually the fake camera position that is. Yeah. That is within the. That is within the bounds of the sphere. Okay, so this actually is not gonna, we'll rotate it afterwards, but for now we need the we need this. And so our direction, okay, we need to copy what we have actually here with finding the determinant and how. Now I got clouds. I kind of have them. They look kind of shitty and flat right now, and so I'm trying to fix that. So I'm just going to copy this code here, which finds the determinant, and then we are going to find where we enter and exit the thing. So this is what this is. We want to basically do the exact same thing, right? So this is going to be dir, and then dir, and then we just do the thing where we scale it back. Okay. So all of this is fine. This obviously needs to be dir. And U outer radius, we did say that we were going to get U outer radius and use it here. Okay. Okay. Okay, so now we're just marching to F far, and we start at F near. And that should work fine. To test this, we should just we're going to take 8 samples, which is pretty expensive, but we might as well try it, right? Okay, so our start, we need to add onto our start in the direction. So the entire array is going to be, I think we did, length is far divided by samples, and then the array is dir times length, and then our sample point, let's just call it point, is going to equal start plus array. I think we do times, wait a second, is it times length or divided by length? No, I guess that it is that. And now every time we just add why is he wasting a whole line for curly braces? Yeah, it's just how I like doing my braces. I read a coding book, and they did it like this, and so ever since then I've started doing my braces like this. I feel like it helps make it more readable for me personally. Okay, so we're gonna add array. Now, what are we doing here? So we want to get the density function that we had over here. Right. For now, let's just do this, and then just add let's just do that just to see. And And then we want to divide at the end, divide by the number of samples to normalize it. And so in my mind, that's exactly the what we're going for. I'm not really sure if it's correct, but let's just compile and see what it is. I'm probably forgetting a uniform here or something. I'm definitely not going to compile this correctly in the first try. It says it's stupid using Vulkan. It's low-key dumb. Yeah, I mean, Vulkan is pretty good. I don't really like Vulkan because it doesn't run very well on my old hardware. It's kind of why I use OpenGL. Because whenever I run something on Vulkan on this computer, it has kind of a problem, to be honest. Oh, fuck. Oh. Wait. Oh, I put it as out instead of in. That is true. What else? Whirly text undeclared. Oh, yeah. I am all over it. Really, we should just have everything in there, like this. Hopefully that's it, and we don't have a problem after this. Yeah, the whole argument with like graphics APIs is so stupid because really they're all very similar, you know? Like, I don't know. Argument that like Vulkan is so much harder than OpenGL is like, I don't know. It's like whatever. I don't know. It's whatever. Same thing with DirectX is like, I don't know. There's pros and cons to everything, you know. Sample point undeclared. Oh fucking Christ! I did this instead. 34. Oh fuck. Yeah, there we go. Alright, that should be it. DirectX is just as? I don't think it's as. I think at the end of the day, they're all kind of very similar. OpenGL is annoying because OpenGL doesn't give you the ability to do modern stuff efficiently. If you're trying to do modern graphics programming, then use Vulkan. You know? OpenGL just, you can't do modern things on it, unfortunately. But for me, I can't do modern things anyway. But yeah. Okay. Okay. Got it. Why the quadrants is what I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, why the artifacts? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Go for B? Yeah, that's actually how it's supposed to look, but the quadrants are frustrating. Did I did do this, Oh, I normalized them because I was testing this out earlier. Yeah, that's definitely not how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to do it like that. You're supposed to do it like this. Alright, let's give that a shot again. Looks sure be, yeah. Looks like that Venus footage. Yeah. I don't have a lot of interesting stuff going on with the terrain. It's just pretty much a flat thing right now, but I can change that fairly easily. I think honestly I might just hard code that in, since right now we have been kind of with boring terrain for a while now. You can change that very easily by going cure and like just changing this to 20 and this to like 6 or like something like that.